Hey guys, Shylin here. I'm going to give you a brief tutorial on building houses in MapleStory 2. Now if you look here, this is my house currently. It's nothing special if you've been running around the game and if you've seen all of those super OP houses out there that just look really awesome. Mine is just kind of I have the Halloween set here, and if you look at the way that this building is built, basically the way everything is built in this game, everything is a big block of some sort, which is pretty cool. It's a little bit of a Minecraft style looking game, but it can be really fun to play with. Also, this is me in a flying mount at my house, which I think is pretty cool, but you can fly around your house on your numerous flying mounts. Makes it so that you can actually see things a bit better, since in this game I will say that it can be a little difficult at times since you can't, say, rotate the screen at all. It just kind of is how it is, and so you either figure out how to work with it or you don't. But that being said, still a very fun game, and I feel like that adds a little bit more of a challenge. So when you hit that start furnishing button right here, see, you get a whole shop full of items, and there's actually a whole bunch of stuff in here. Now, all of these things with gold coins, these are things that you can basically get just from questing and stuff. You just gain the gold that you need for them. I'm assuming once Head Start is over, these will actually have prices on them that don't say 0. Right now, it looks like decorating your house could be free for the Head Start people. However, these items down here, these that have the little red and the little blue icon, these are items that you have to buy using shop currency of some sort. Like, you can basically, I think you can buy all of these using the red merits on the shop. If you look at the shop, here are the red merits and here are the blue merits. And so I've used up quite a bit of red merits just decorating my house as it is. You see these water cubes right here, these cost merits to get, and a few other things cost merits as well. Right now we can get some of these merit items for free, it looks like, during Head Start, but I don't know how much they're going to be after, such as this grass block that I have here. This particular block says that it's a merit item, and so I guess we will have to see tomorrow if suddenly the prices change from 0 to something else. But to move along with it, I have this whole area of my house free right now, so I will just use this area to show you guys basically how it works. So when you're trying to create a building, it can be a little bit difficult because you're just using blocks of different colored tiles, which it's a pretty cool idea. It means that you can actually do a whole bunch of different things. At the same time, it can be a little difficult to get used to. Say if I wanted to put this in the ground, which I would be able to, then I could replace one of these grass cubes with this one right here, but that's not what I want to do right now. So I am going to just kind of make a little bit of a base with some flooring, putting down a few cubes here. See, all you do is you hover over, just don't ask for one day for this right now. You hover over the spot, and if the yellow cube is right where you want it to be, then you just place it. Now you're looking at this and you're like, wow, all of those look super out of place. And that would be true, because you can go back through, see, and cover up this little block, and then you can hit the R key to rotate the blocks however you want them to look. So let's just rotate all of these like this for right now. No, I'm not quite sure even what I'm actually doing with this build, basically just showing a few things. So let's see. The decorations can be quite cool because they can be rotated around to really go anywhere, and also you can create decorations that just float in the air, or really you can make anything just float in the air if you want. See? So if you scroll up using the middle mouse key, this is how you go up to different levels for decorating your house. Now let's say you place something like this in the middle of your house and you don't want it there, like I don't want this here right now. You just have to press the E key right up here to take that furnishing back, and then it will add it down here. See, it says I have 1 in use and 2 owned of this little round shield. So it's really that simple. Now, it looks complicated when you look at the super cool houses out there with the really stylish blocks and all of the really cool furniture, but when it comes to actually decorating, it's actually quite easy. You just kind of have to have an idea in mind of what it is that you want to do, and you just have to get a feel for the controls, which isn't that difficult if you just play around with it for a minute. Like, see here, now these things, these are shop items or merit items, but you can get like this plain old toilet like I have up here. And see, you can just add it through like different levels of housing and such like that. Now, I would not recommend creating like I was initially expecting to do when I got this game. I would not recommend creating a full-size house with walls on every side and all of that jazz. I mean, it's quite possible that you could work it out so that it's doable, but realistically, if you want people to be able to come in and visit your house and see what's going on, if they have walls blocking them, they really won't know where they're going very well, and it just becomes a lot more difficult to manage a space if you are not careful with where you're putting walls and such. See, like this area down here, I don't really know how much decorating I can even do down here because, see, if I run back here, I can't see anything. And there really isn't a way of changing the camera that much. Like, you can zoom in a little bit, so you can see a little bit in here, but imagine if this were a larger room, you wouldn't be able to see the little bit that you can with the zoom in feature. So, you want to be a bit careful with that whenever you're decorating your house. But besides that, just, I would say go crazy because they have a whole lot of stuff in the shop that is really fun and cool to use. And, you know, there are these cute little life skill objects which are useful in the game and, in my opinion, look pretty cute as well. There's also a special design shop in the marketplace, and this is where players can actually design their own furnishings or blocks or whatever they want. So let's say you have a specific block, like, hey, look, this is the Japanese flag. If you want the Japanese flag block for one of your houses or one of your whatever, I've seen some crazy stuff in this game. There was this one guy that built like a full pirate ship using blocks, and it looked really awesome. So you can do a bunch of stuff in this game. And if you look at like this one right here, this is a very cool one, Galaxy block. That looks very awesome. Like, you could make some super cool houses if you use these special design blocks. And I don't have any of these design blocks personally right now. Maybe one day I will have the merits in the game to use these, but the merits that I did have, I spent elsewhere. You can see my cute little outfit, minus the hat. I still need a hat. So one day when I have the merits to get that hat, she will look a lot cuter. But until then, these are some little shop items that people designed in the game that I just thought were too adorable to pass up. This cute little shirt, I love this little skirt, and these little two-tone sneakers. Love it all. But anyways, back to these blocks. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff in here if you want to actually spend the merits from the shop. Also, I will say that if you are looking through all of this, design tab, you may very well see very different things because this gets updated constantly. Yesterday, when I was getting ready to buy a skirt for my character, I had found one on the shop that looked really adorable, and then when I finally decided that I was going to actually spend the merits to buy it, which was, I would say, 30 minutes later, I looked back on the shop and that one was gone. I couldn't find it anywhere. Now, that doesn't mean it wasn't still up there someplace because there's a bunch of different tabs up here. And it is possible, like, see, there's the most recent, most popular, and top sellers, and then there's a bunch of pages, but I did try and go through all the pages, and so I think it is possible that certain items might be able to be sold out a certain amount of time, and then they come down or something of that nature, since it doesn't seem like, every item that people put up is up 24/7. So what I'm saying is if you happen to see something up here for merits that you really want, I would suggest buying it at that time if you are able to, because otherwise there's a very high chance you could come back looking for it later and that item will just be gone. And I don't actually know, you might be able to contact the people who put them up, if that's a thing, and see if they can put them up again. I'm not really sure how all of that works yet. I will have to get back to you on all of those specifics, but as far as I can see, decorating houses can be very, very exciting on here just because there's so much originality that you can actually achieve. So if you have any more questions, please put them in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them for you. Thanks for watching.